So this class is going to cover the best practices for getting the help you need in MacPractice. We'll cover Quick Support, which is the application used by the MacPractice Support team to share a screen with you, our clients. We'll cover downloading, installing, and using it. We'll also cover popping the bubble and tracking your tickets and utilizing the MacPractice help site, among other tips and tricks. So MacPractice Quick Support through TeamViewer is the application used by MacPractice Support to get a shared screen with you. A shared screen allows the support representative to view your computer screen and control the mouse. This facilitates the process of assisting you with MacPractice. The rep can now take over the mouse and fix something or show you something and work through a question or a concern that you have. You can open MacPractice Quick Support in a few different ways. If you have MacPractice open and it is the active window, you will see MacPractice displayed in the top left of your screen next to the Apple menu. Select Help from this menu bar and choose the second to last option, Share Screen. If this isn't working, you can choose the last option in this menu to download the application. We'll go to Help and then Download TeamViewer. Clicking this will open a web browser and take you to the following website, macpractice.com/TeamViewer. Click the button here to get MacPractice Quick Support for your Mac and wait for the application to download. Once it is complete, you can find it here by clicking the Downloads button, or it should be in your Downloads folder. You can double-click on the application to open it. Before the application opens, you may see a window like this that says it's an application downloaded from the internet and asking if you want to continue. Go ahead and click Open on this window. Another way to open Quick Support is to search for it in the Spotlight search in the top right of your screen. You can see as I type, this Spotlight search is quickly searching through my computer for a matching application. Once you do have Quick Support open, it's a good idea to save the application on your dock for future use. You can right-click on the TeamViewer icon in your dock. It is the blue and white box with arrows. Your dock may be to the left, right, or bottom of your screen. Once you click on the icon, go ahead and select Options and then Keep in Dock. This way, the icon will always be saved in your dock and you can simply click on it to open Quick Support in the future. If your IT professional or someone else in the office needs to connect to your computer remotely, suggest using something other than TeamViewer, as the regular TeamViewer application can conflict with MacPractice Quick Support. If you look in the Applications folder of your computer and discover an application called TeamViewer Host, this is something that could be causing Quick Support to fail to connect. Quick Support will also be unable to connect if you have a bad internet connection. Please contact MacPractice Support or your local IT if you are experiencing any problems. Keep in mind that this application is a separate program and it's not part of MacPractice software, and as such, a MacPractice Support rep will assist you as much as they possibly can if Quick Support is not working, but they may direct you to your local IT if it is determined that the issue stems from your network. Speaking of MacPractice Support, the very best way to contact them is through what we call popping the bubble. When you run into a question or a problem within MacPractice, you can contact support from right here in the interface. Click the speech bubble in the bottom left of your MacPractice window. In the resulting screen, type in a short description of what you're calling about. Personally, I like to put the ability of MacPractice that I'm working in, such as schedule, patients, etc. Set the classification to problem. Tickets that are set as questions sometimes get filtered automatically to an email with documentation, and you may decide that you'd like a phone call. So I'd always recommend setting this to problem. In the large text box, type a more detailed description of why you're calling. For instance, I'll type a specific question about the schedule here. I recently started using MacPractice, completed training, but maybe forgot how to do this. So let's talk about another example. If there is a ledger that looks strange to me, I would type ledger here. I'd set this to problem, of course. And then here I'd type in what is occurring in this ledger, and I'd also type in the patient's account number. This will assist the support rep and myself in finding the particular account quickly when I get a call back. At the bottom here, the name and email address will pull automatically from your user reference. Email address is required to submit a ticket to support. So rather than wasting your time entering this each and every time a question comes up, you can save your email in your user reference so that it will populate automatically. You'll notice the phone number is not a required field. If you are working from a back room or moving all over the office, you can have the support rep call your cell phone, or if you have a specific extension, go ahead and fill in that field. If left blank, the support rep will simply call you at the office line. Finally, choose your preferred method of contact. Most often, you will set this to phone. Click Submit, and the next available rep will call you and get a shared screen on your computer as we discussed earlier. If you'd like steps written out or a link to documentation or a video, you may choose email instead. If live chat is available, that option will be listed as well. This is a great, quick alternative to the phone, and if your question does end up needing a shared screen, the chat rep will forward your ticket to the phones where the next available rep will call you. That rep will be able to see the information you entered here as well as what you and the chat representative have already discussed. If there is something about the software that you'd like to change, we'd love to hear that feedback from you. To send in that ticket, simply set the classification up here to suggestion, and those tickets will go straight to our engineering team rather than to support. So once you hit submit, your ticket will be saved in the system. It's a really great idea to keep a list of your ticket numbers. As you can see, your ticket number has been assigned right here. This is a good idea because Typically, a rep will be able to get back to you in less than 90 minutes. But if we're experiencing a very high call volume and you feel that you're not receiving a call back in a timely manner, you can call us and ask about the specific ticket you submitted by referencing the ticket number here. Or if you did get a call back, but you experience the exact same issue or have additional questions about this topic later on, you can reference that old ticket number in your new ticket. The support rep will be able to look up the old ticket and all the notes on what was discussed. We know that medical and dental offices are very busy places, so referencing a past ticket in this way will allow the rep that you're speaking with to research the issue before calling, and that'll save you some valuable time in explaining something that you already previously discussed with someone on the phone. So in this case, before I hit close on this window, I'm going to go ahead and open up my sticky notes here. I'll start a new note right there, and I'll go ahead and type in my ticket number. And I'm also going to jot down a little note to myself what this ticket was about. Next time I call in, I'm going to document that ticket number as well. So that way I always have a list of when I've called into MacPractice, and that way if I experience the issue again, whenever I call or pop the bubble, I can simply reference that old ticket number. Have you ever called our support line and then you're unable to show them the issue or question that you were talking about, either due to the software behaving in a different way or forgetting the steps that you took to get there? This happens to the best of us. It's the classic, my car was making this funny noise until I took it into the shop scenario. And this is where a picture is worth 1,000 words. So take a screenshot. To capture the screen, with the Command and Shift buttons held down on your keyboard, click the number 4. Again, that's Command Shift 4. All those buttons held down at the same time. Your cursor will turn into this crossbar that you see here. Click and hold your mouse and drag diagonally down your screen to form a box, and then lift your finger off the mouse. This will allow you to capture a picture of that section of your screen, and you'll be able to show this image to the support rep if needs be. That did save to my desktop, so all I need to do is double click on it and I can open that screenshot right here. You can also hold down Command and Shift, click on the number 4, and then hit the space bar. This will eliminate the click and drag and allow you to capture the image of an entire screen. So for instance, let's say I have multiple windows open in MacPractice. I need to take a screenshot of just this window right here. I'll hold down Command, Shift, and 4, let go of those buttons on my keyboard, and then when my mouse has turned into this crossbar, I'll go ahead and hit the space bar. Now, as you can see, I have the option of taking a screenshot of any window that I have open. If you hold down Command and Shift and hit the number 5, this will capture a picture of your entire computer screen. To take a video, I recommend using QuickTime Player. Search for the application in your Spotlight search. And double-click to open. You'll know it's open because you'll see the name in the top left corner of your screen. To start a new recording, go to the File menu and choose New Screen Recording. You'll at this point hit the red button that will come up and click your screen to begin recording. To stop the recording, you'll click the black and white stop icon, and this should be somewhere in the top right of your screen in the menu bar. You can go ahead and save that movie anywhere that you need to. I'd recommend just saving it on the desktop for easy access. So with either QuickTime Player or with taking a screenshot, you now have an image or a video that will be invaluable to support, especially if they need to bring something to the attention of our engineers on your behalf. Remember that you can also call 877-220-8418 to reach support, in addition to popping the bubble. Please feel free to contact us as often as you need. We're here to help. And this is in all seriousness. You can call 20 times a day, and that's just fine. We're here for you. Now, as much as we love to hear from you, you may not have the time to be calling in 20 times each day. So in this case, we do have some self-help options available through our help site online. To access the help site from within MacPractice, you can go to the Help menu at the top of the screen and choose the first option, MacPractice Help. If you're not currently logged into MacPractice or running MacPractice on this computer, you can still access the help site by opening your web browser and going to help.macpractice.net. On the help site here, you'll see the MacPractice Minute, which is updated on a weekly basis and thus entitled because it just takes a minute to read. This section will keep you posted on the latest news from MacPractice. As you can see here, there's an important notice about Apple's new operating system, Sierra. Any webinars that are listed in this central section here under upcoming webinars they are demos put on by our sales team, and they're not the training department's mini classes unless they're specifically labeled as such. To the left of the screen are two of our training options. There's a link to information on our annual user conference. Next year's conference is in Portland, Oregon, so save the date. Underneath, you'll find links to our upcoming mini classes, as I'm sure everyone listening to this knows. I try to post a month's worth of classes at a time so you know what's coming up. At the very latest, the entire next month's worth of classes will be up by the last day of the current month. If the end of the month is approaching and you don't see any classes listed, keep checking back. Going through the sections of the help site, there is a Getting Started page here across the top that will walk you through the first time downloading and installing the MacPractice software, and then after that through some basics. Personally, I prefer the index to the table of contents. This is organized alphabetically by ability, and this is our documentation, our user's manual. You can choose a topic to get more specific, and then get more specific with the links on the left-hand side. And then you can read up on it. The information is illustrated through screenshots as well. There is a section for frequently asked questions, mini classes of course, and if you don't like to read quite as much as I do, there are videos. If you can't find the video that you're looking for, pop the bubble and let us know. If you are finding that you're needing more help than you can get from a combination of support and our help site, you may be in need of training geared toward your specific office and workflow. That same 877 phone number and popping the bubble on your MacPractice that reaches support will also reach my fellow trainers and I in the training department. So don't hesitate to contact us as well if you need to. And we are actually currently beta testing a brand new help site that is looking really cool. So you can join one of my mini classes if you want to learn more about it. There is one this week on Wednesday, September 21st at 2:30 Central, or next week, Monday, September 26th at 11:30 Central. So attend one of those classes to learn more about it. All attendees at either of those mini classes will be given a username and password for exclusive access to the new help site. The new site does include updated videos, a community center, and much more. So we'd love to get your feedback before fully switching over to that help site for all clients. So be sure to sign up for one of those classes as well.